everybody, welcome to the Abled tier list video once again. Welcome. With me I have my gamers. Introduce yourselves now.
Alright, I'll go first. So y'all may know me as Kid Beautiful, typically go by Sunrise these days. I am somebody who's been out of the game for quite a while, back when the Infinite Turbo glitch with Iida was available, and came back when Mirio came out. I will probably be the biggest Mirio down player in the chat, so that'll be a fun time.
Yeah, you already know who it is. The mayor of Dabi City, the boy.
The mayor.
I play the game sometimes. It's okay.
I suppose that then leaves me. I'm Sai. My friends call me Brock for some reason.
I wonder why.
And yeah, right. I am also a Toga specialist who is proficient in every character.
Without
Mostly.
further ado, regular Deku. This guy, in my opinion, like, I don't know if he's still S tiered, but he's definitely up in A. Sure.
Despite all the nerfs that he's gotten, he's still really solid.
Yeah, I
This
mean, I
kid
played
is-
this guy and I felt strong as fuck. So,
I mean, I think it's a pretty simple, like, straightforward kind of take. I mean, honestly, he's good at what he does. He points, he clicks, he does over 90 damage, big hitbox, hurts a lot, has mobility. Like, he's not the most diverse character in the roster, but he's like a very strong Shoto and Street Fighter. Like, he's just good at what he does, and I think it's kind of simple to get for him.
Not
That's
to
true.
mention, landing one whip could spell death for someone.
Absolutely
yeah,
true.
right, that's it.
but 90% of Dekus do not use the whip for grabbing. They use it for running away.
It's very true. None of the Dekus that I fight against ever use the whip, and the ones that do beat my ass. Or whiff, because that thing is quite difficult to land.
It can be a bit hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll leave him
Off-centered.
I'll leave him on A for now because there's some demons this season.
Yeah, we might have
Oh,
to
yeah.
revisit him later, but
Yeah.
He's
We'll
still really good.
go. Also, another point of contention. I'm gonna give each of us a remove from the game character if you wish to remove any character from the game.
Oh, yeah.
Just to
Okay,
keep that in
okay.
mind. That's why this tier is here. Regular old Bakugo. Honestly, I think Bakugo fell off. I think he's a B tier character.
oh yeah,
You know what?
Not as good as he used to be.
I have not struggled against him in a while, but I fucking hate this guy, so remove him from the game.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, Bakugo, I think, definitely has been tamed. I mean, obviously, from season 1, he was truly the demon that did not bleed. Because you could never, ever catch him, like, you could never catch him caught off guard. Like, he always had dashes, always had mobility, but along with the beam fall off, which is kind of huge when it passes through surfaces, he is very similar to Deku in that he's good at his job, but I mean, let's be really honest. Howitzer fucking sucks. If you hit that shit, you could have hit with literally anything else in the game. Like, at that point, like, I don't even think it's a really good skill. Grenades are stupid, unquestionably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably his best skill, to be honest, by far. It is insanely disruptive. But outside of that, I mean, he's just a beam character that once he burns his special actions, he kind of doesn't really do anything.
That's
Just
true.
Yeah. He's
I don't know,
very
I just-
simple.
like, you look at his kit and you feel like he should be doing better than he is, but he never actually reaches that theoretical level. He should be strong, but he just isn't.
He doesn't have as much range as you think either.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Compared to like
definitely
Deku
has.
and Toad.
Yeah, like,
With the additional knockback power on his alphas, he doesn't really have as much burst damage as he used to.
Yeah.
wait, you say, does he have knockback on his alphas now?
Yes.
Oh no, he's trash. Now keep him in B tier. Fuck that guy. Nah, it's
Yeah,
over.
he honestly
It's
fell
over,
off.
bro. It's over. He
God
fell
damn.
off. He washed.
This is gonna be a weird one because Ochaco, I really think Ochaco is an S tier character.
I think she's the best character in the
Really?
game.
I don't think she's the best character in the game, but damn,
No, I don't actually, but I think she's really good though.
she is. I still gotta show you the combos kid, but like
Yeah.
this character has some sauce.
The gamma, alpha, gamma drop, beta.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be really honest, right? Here's what's fucked up, okay? Like you haven't even shown me what some of the available tech is for this character, right? And you may have remembered from very long previous conversations.
Mm-hmm.
This character is fucking slept on. I don't care what anyone says. This character is hella downplayed because either people don't know how to use her or people just don't want you to catch on as just bullshit. This character is absolutely like nuts.
Like she has insane mobility. The best mobility she has is at level 1. Except not really. She reloads faster at later levels, but she has the burst at level 1.
And you can absolutely play her in a way with level 1 alpha the entire game, where you just stay a little bit conscious of how many times can you grapple before you're completely out of bullets. And once you're out of bullets, just grapple somewhere far away where by the time they catch up to you, you've got your mobility back. Like she takes a very high level of thinking for some rather like niche and dangerous situations, but her game plan is very simple. Card can be a projectile. It's a fucked up projectile. It pierces, by the way.
It sure does.
Yeah, definitely pierces. She on some Oprah Winfrey type shit. Everyone getting cars, and there's not a lot you can do about it sometimes. And if she jumps into a group fight, she's just, you can't trade with her. It's, I don't know. I think this character's nuts. Like,
it takes a lot of execution to do her high tier stuff, but even without doing the high tier stuff, she's still really good.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think this character's a demon. I think she's probably one of the most slept on characters in the game right now.
I'd have to agree.
I don't know about S though.
Really?
I would put her high A above Assault Deku. She does have a lot of strength, but she's really squishy. She gets caught out once and she's dead.
It's true. It is very true.
Counterpoint. She could be a Toga, less squishy. Now she's a god.
That is a completely different character.
She could be AFO with 400 HP.
400 health.
True. All for one Ochaco is definitely SS tier.
Absolutely correct. But I will be putting her above A for now. I do think she's like, if she had more HP, definitely S. If not already S, we'll see.
I'd say even she's a gatekeeper of S tier because she's way too good to say she's not at least bordering it.
Oh yes. Iida. Speed guy. Speed man.
Oh man.
Bro, this guy's trash.
I think he's a solid B.
I think he is
I think he's a solid C tier character.
What?
I don't know if I can agree with that. I was definitely rocking this character and I was having the time of my life. I won't say he's S tier or nothing crazy, but I mean, when this character hits you and goes into burst, okay, outside of burst, he's like C tier, bottom of C. He goes into burst, he's high B.
Yes.
He is high B minimum. That's how I would say.
He like I played this character. I thought he was schnutty as fuck without using the fucking card thing. They took that card thing out. Now I see this bitch never.
You know, now that you're saying never, maybe I'm not as confident, but
listen, all the Iida players were fake Iida players when the Infinite Gamma was there.
Oh,
true, isn't it? And now we just got no players.
Yep. Now it's just like 3 people playing, which is like me, Gray, and Kit.
Yeah. Like I really do think this character is beyond nutty. Like
No, I think he's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, I feel like he's a character that feels like he's top tier when you're the object of his hatred.
He will not leave you alone.
You won't. You're not gonna stop him. But then if you have the rest of your team, it's not as bad. You know what I mean? But that's why it's a team game and why it's not a 1v1.
Yeah,
a 1v1 never wash. Like
Iida really excels in duels.
There you go. Good thing it's a team game, because holy shit, this character would probably be S tier. You kill somebody and then just run off and just who's gonna stop you?
Yeah, I have good news for you. There's this mode called solos.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if solos are gonna stay there for like season 6, but we'll see.
That's true. They might take it.
Yeah.
Duels may come back.
I mean, I think it's fair to say for like, I know Akaru says C tier.
I actually do think he's B tier at least.
Yeah.
But
he's very volatile. I think that's something we could all agree on. Depending on whether he's got Gamma, especially Gamma matched or not. Gamma matched Iida is a...
My dude is always feeding.
Yeah, like I max Gamma first before anything else. Like sometimes I won't even go like beta 4 just because I want max Gamma that quickly. It's just a different game. You're playing a literal different game when you're playing at level 9.
You're always on speed.
Always. And your recovery time is like not existent. You see like 15 to 10% and you just blitz off in a direction, and by the time they catch you, you're gone. You got a purple card? Oh. Good luck, brother.
You ain't catching me alive, coppers.
You'll turn that bush and be like, all right, I'm fighting to eat it. He's already marching, ready to whoop your ass again.
All right.
I love that character. He's B tier, I'd say.
Oh, yes. All right. Next up, we have Todoroki. Now, Todoroki, this man's C tier, in my opinion.
This is the best character in the game. I don't want to hear it.
What are you talking about?
He has, he has count them 2 walls. Okay, what are you gonna do?
They did give him another wall. It is true.
Sure.
I don't think it does anything else.
How are you gonna stop him?
I mean, I think a car. No, I can't even lie. This character sucks.
Yeah, no, he's not.
I tried. I mean, I'm biased, but we have 2 character slots for when I'll start talking about my bias. But now I think double wall from like funny enough.
Like
kind of on balance. Yeah, I think having double wall was actually a really good buff for him. I actually agree with it. I think that's totally fine. Like the whole point, like the whole issue with like Todoroki was always, it was his issue in season 1, 2, 3, 4, in every season, which is where he's good, he's really good. But then where he's bad, like let's say, you remember Classic Mountain? He was like a joke. You just climb up mountain, he can't do anything to you. He just... And not that it's the same thing, but he still has issues with mobility, and I don't care what anyone says, he doesn't have an escape. His Gamma is not a fucking escape. It is a death wish. I eat people alive. Again, 2 character slots, I'll get into that. But, yeah, he just, the wall isn't good enough. Like, it's good for reading an approach. Like, let's say an Iida's running at you, right? Throw up wall, try to read him going in. At least he wins trades that way very well. Ice Path, it's nerfed. Obviously, the Gamma is nerfed, but still, Freeze is a very good crowd control effect, undoubtedly. And he's got a beam. But it's just when people can just run him down. Toga wants to bait at him. What's he gonna do? Gonna slide away? She moves faster. Everybody generally
if
has
only
to
the way you ran wasn't covered by ice so people could follow you.
I don't know. Like, every time I see Iida try to escape from me, or not Iida, I'm sorry. God, that's bullshit. Todoroki run away from me. He doesn't have the time to do it most of the time. Maybe like with cooldowns, but I don't think he's got good escapes. I'd say like C tier, honestly.
Yeah.
Best special action in the game, though, for sure.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
no, S tier
special action's insane. No one uses it like me, dude.
It's true. It's true.
Another interesting note: his Gamma does have more team utility now.
Yes,
it does.
Yeah, you can combo melees out of it now, which is pretty funny.
Yes, just to extend stun time, and you could get some pretty good 0-to-deaths because of it.
Yep, but he is definitely relying on his team a lot.
Yeah, he has some good strengths. It's just he does not have the like god oppressive strength he used to. So he's just kind of all right.
Yeah,
yeah.
He is still
one
scary.
of his main problems is you step on a railing and congratulations, more than half your kits have disabled.
Yep.
How do you know my special action goes crazy when they step on a railing? Okay, now that railing
sure,
is
buddy. Play Todoroki and tell me otherwise.
Bro, I played him. No one spaces those special actions like me because they don't fucking use it.
Oh, whip out that special action and Iida's running away. Coincidence? I
don't think so.
Bro, whip out that special action. I see numbers as big as double digits. Okay.
Goodness gracious. All right.
Yeah, clearly he's throwing it on someone who's downed. Next
up, we got the Frogger, the Froppy. Froppy, I don't know if she's like bottom of A, top of B, but she's pretty good.
Bro, I don't even know. I'd put her in C honestly as well with Todoroki. I think this character fell off a lot.
I mean, she got buffed. She got like
Interesting spot.
way better tracking on her beta now, and she can also aim it up and down now, which is funny.
She can aim it up.
Yeah, she can aim her beta up while she is on the ground.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
it's a recent
good to me.
buff. It's like this season.
That's why I was like, huh.
It doesn't go that high up. It's like 45 degrees.
I mean, I guess it's an option, all things
Yeah.
considered, which
It's better for like hitting
Yeah.
people like on an angle, like on a ramp.
yeah. I don't know. It's where like I've played this character, and there are times I'm like, man, this character's really fun, and I'm like, I'm just rolling people, but I could be doing that same thing with like Deku, Bakugo, AllMight. So like, I don't know if I'd say she's A tier. She's definitely nice, but if she's alone, she's not. I don't know. Once she's behind, her team's not supporting her. I think she has issues. Like,
I
low-key,
mean,
would
considering
give
that her gamma is practically useless.
Yeah, she's the character
I
that
think
has
she
like
has-
2 moves. She doesn't have a
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think she has a lot that makes her bad. Like her alpha being like less charges than it used to makes her mobility like the worst rapid mobility early game. Like because she can only use it like
Yeah.
once offensively, and then it's like okay, well you have 1 move to get out, and
Good luck.
right.
then her gamma's useless. Her beta's pretty good damage, but like again, if she's alone, like she's not really a threat. She's just kind of a nuisance. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's either you decide to die slowly or you decide to just get it over with and roll the next game. Like once she's the only one and her teammates are not available to be revived or support her, she's just a support character that doesn't really have damage. Half your damage is
Yeah.
how you're escaping a team killing you.
Yeah, like she used to be really good at like being that last person on the team, sneaking away, like using her mobility, getting that shit. Like she still can upgrade her alpha and do that, but like now it's like okay, but like you could just be Mirio or fucking Iida. Like
Yeah, I still used to
one
think at
thing-
one point she was the best.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Go
go
on. I mean, the one thing she has over them is that she has like an instant res, but that's about it.
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
true. But again, that's like you need your team.
Yep. Yeah, like maybe at one point I used to still think she was the best character in the game, but now definitely that's a far cry, especially with the competition. She's just
Oh yeah.
it's falling off.
Yeah, with how high damage is right now, characters with 250 HP can't really survive all too well.
With not enough mobility anyway, because Froppy's mobility is
Yeah.
pretty.
It's good once you level it.
It's good, but like it's very easy to like see where she's going. She's very loud,
Yeah.
especially when
It's
you use the
very
gamma.
telegraphed.
It's very telegraphed,
You-
yeah.
Yeah, and then you have like other
Very predictable,
rapids
that's
who
what I was
just go
thinking.
way further, and even non-rapids who I think go further.
Like
Right.
she can somewhat change the angle, but she's still following a relatively similar arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the hard boy himself,
Character in
Kirishima.
the game.
Contender for the worst character in the game.
Definitely S tier in the opposite half.
Honestly, remove from the game and make him better. Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is wrong with them?
Hey, you better watch your fucking mouth. That's Mr. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to you, alright? This is my pride and joy.
Yeah, but your pride and joy is trash.
Hey. He kinda fucking sucks though, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
character,
There's not much we can
he's-
say.
Yeah, I mean, look,
fun.
man, look. Now that this is meant to be like a very shameless shill, but like when people started commenting on the "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it" video, saying like this was before Kirishima got nerfed, and I'm just like, they spitting though. They're right.
They're right.
He's I mean, and even then the character was already like, he was fucking mid. Like he was like
Yeah.
the pinnacle of extremes, right? Like how
He was
I
a knowledge
mentioned-
check.
yeah, knowledge check, and just know how to play against him in general. Like, if you decide to be Yellow Deku and you think you're boxing him, you're going to fucking die, obviously. But when he's useless, he's useless. Like, the Todoroki conversation, right? He has issues with mobility, but he still could fire beams at you. What's Kirishima gonna do? Chase you with betas? Like, the move, like, has shit tracking half the time, and only catches people who roll poorly. Like, Gamma is very strong, but it's also something that can be avoided. So you try to catch people that are teching out from a knockdown. And his alpha, it's good chase, but again, you just don't just run from him. Don't
run up and down a cliff. What's he gonna do?
Yeah. I love him to death. I do. He does some goofy shit. Like level 9 alpha is goofy as fuck. You kidnap somebody into that fog, you harden up. I promise you, they're not coming back. But he fucking sucks, man. It makes me sad.
Yeah, I also love that he's like a melee only character who's like, I don't know, like they nerfed him so much, and now there's like all for one, and it's like, okay, that boy presses gamma, it's like, oh, you are getting grabbed if you are pushing any of your buttons.
Unless you're Toga.
Like, I used to think that even Kirishima had more of a niche back when Todoroki was a fucking nightmare, because contrary to some Reddit posts I've seen, like the Kirishima versus Todoroki is a fucking horrible matchup for Todoroki.
Oh yeah,
Todoroki
can't do anything.
Yeah, you run at Todoroki, there's nothing he can do. If he betas, you punch your own beta, or you can jump over it with gamma and hard punish him for it. He can't run from you.
Or just hold alpha on Todoroki, he can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing he can do. And all of his escapes drops him to the ground in front of Kirishima, where he wants to box you and bulldog you to death. There's nothing he could do in that matchup. It was a done deal. And if he had special action, it was over. But the amount of times where Kirishima can utterly trivialize a character's kit like that, it pales in comparison to the number of people who can just zone in the death and he dies.
Yeah, and also, like, as we've established, the character he's shutting down is the king of C tier. So, like...
Yeah, there you go. Now he got nerfed, so it's like, what is he there for? Like, the one threat that he was available for is now mid as fuck. He has no niche anymore. It sucks, and I love playing him. Even now I love playing him, but he's just not... Why pick him over All for One, for example? Like, just give me one reason, aside from the fact that Kirishima is obviously,
gotta go
cooler,
harder.
more handsome, greater, harder, more ballin', modest, humble.
I mean, if I'm trying to make a lot of getting hard jokes, like, he's my guy.
S tier, absolutely.
S tier for hard jokes.
I wouldn't put him in remove this game tier. I'd put him in give this motherfucker a court set tier. Please, for the love of God. Just rework this character.
He needs it. Momo. I really don't know where to put Momo. She is really good.
Remove this bitch from the game.
What?
Now remove this bitch from the game. I hate her. I hate her so much. I hate her to death. I can't stand her. I can't. I hate her. And I know this might be a hot take. I hate that character. She is fucking evil, bro. You play that character, you're a fucking sociopath. I do not give a shit. You do not like humanity. You hate people. Like, you the type of motherfucker to steal everybody's left shoe on purpose to gaslight them into thinking it's their fault. You're that type of motherfucker. I hate that character. I can't. I know she's not the best character in the game. I just hate her, bro.
No, I agree. This bitch shuts down Dabi so hard, and, like, I'm tired of it. Also, like, she's got a backpack that gives everyone juice, and, like, I don't, so...
And she got the whole entirety of fucking, like, she got a whole pirate ship on her, bro. She summons, like, 3 cannons, and you just can't play the game. Like... This character, bro. She left clicks and shuts you down. She takes away your God-given right to move around in a video game. I hate this character, bro. Oh my God, she pisses me off, dude.
Problems of a Mirio main.
God, she is a fucking... God. Oh man.
Man starts charging his alpha, gets smacked.
Bro, I'm saying all they can do is permeate, and then, like, I'm just kind of having this, like, really long stare down with her, like, star-crossed lovers, and the moment my permeation runs out, bam, right again, I start getting smacked. I can't do anything about it. I hate her.
What? Yeah, what if you wanted to attack Momo as Mirio, and she shot the cannon at where she's standing?
Depends on how...
Actually doesn't even work.
She'll stop your betas real quick.
Like... I mean, the bait. Oh God, yeah. No, I didn't even think about that shit. I hate this character, bro.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Outside of removing from the game, I think she's a good B tier character.
She can shut down so many characters.
Yes.
But at the same time, so many characters shut her down.
She can shut down a lot of characters. She can get a free res card from her bag. She can get 3 full team heals. If you're lucky. Bro,
We don't talk
Yeah.
about that. Actually,
Yeah.
look, edit in that clip from my POV
yeah. If I can
of
find it,
team
I'll
yield at
try.
the start of the game.
Bro, that was Adobe After Effects. You didn't want her to get nerfed, so you hit it.
It's true, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Alright, I'm not gonna say this character's like really like S tier or nothing. I hate the character, but if I'm being really unbiased, she's B tier. I just play characters that hate her. I will be completely transparent. Straight up what it is.
Speaking of characters I
Nice.
hate her, Denki Kaminari.
My boy! I know a lot of people hate me right now for that, but
No, this character, he's good, but he ain't that good.
He's still screwed up.
He's still.
You
He's-
land
he's
one
fucked up,
stun,
but
people
like
die.
he's the king of being fucked up. But the issue is like he's just not that crazy.
He's
if he had
okay.
mobility, I'd say he's like the best character in the game by far. If he had real mobility, but I feel like his ceiling for bullshit's really high, but those situations don't happen as often as you would think. Like, obviously it sucks to get hit by him, but then it's just kind of, I feel like you just don't get hit by him. Just don't get tackled, basically, which is...
Just play range versus him.
Yeah,
Just roll.
I think that's kind of just it. Like, it's just one of those characters where if you do make a critical mistake, you're dead. There's just no...
Yes.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Whereas other characters, you know, it might suck if you get hit, but you get one more chance. Denki, you're dead. That's
Yep,
just...
he has the
Nature of the
burst.
character.
Like he doesn't kill you in one attack, but like you're gonna be low enough that like you just can't
Yep.
fight him anymore.
Yep. Literally, you
Yeah.
cannot make like more than one. Yeah. You have.
He's one of the most
mistakes
frustrating characters to like get third partied by when you are like, I got a space, and then he like comes in unexpectedly.
Yep.
Yeah. And level 9 beta with that character can do some very, very funny things. And like if he third parties just randomly out of nowhere, just holds a level 9 beta, you might just see like bodies dropping all over the place. It's
Oh, for sure.
Oh yes.
I've had it happen to me. I did this up to a group yesterday. I downed like 4 people in a row with like one beta, and one guy got away with like, what is it, 100 HP or something like that. Doesn't happen often, but when it does,
Oh, it's
everyone
beautiful.
is pissed except the Denki.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think he's definitely strong though.
Definitely A tier in my opinion.
Yeah, you put him with a good team that can help like also play around him. He's very good. I think
Well,
a little
you put
team
him
dependent. But...
with a team that doesn't knock them out of his stun,
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
and they just die.
absolutely.
1000%.
POD, 100% of the time.
All right, Kendo. Now Kendo is an interesting case because she's definitely S tier. This character is fucked up.
It's also a character I don't want in the game.
That's fair.
I have a lot of qualms with this character.
This character's trash.
Okay, I'm really interested. I don't know who the fuck is trolling here because I've been gone for so long. So
Bro,
No one is trolling.
No.
This character is screwed up.
This
Like-
character's good if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, they're garbage. It's just everyone who
Yep.
knows what they're doing is like the
All
only.
right.
people
everyone that
using
plays
it.
Kendo is yep, exactly.
okay, so this might even be good just for the video itself, but also educate me here. Why is this character so bullshit? Aside from like, if you clash against her shield, it leads you to taking 200 damage. That's what I know about her. But like, what else is fucked up?
200 damage
Despite
from the
her
top.
having no mobility like quirk in her kit, she has some of the best mobility in the game.
Yeah, because she's got faster move speed, and you can like jump alpha and shit to like do speed.
Yeah, jump beta than just alpha, and you are moving faster than so many characters. It's
What?
crazy.
Wait, you said she has faster base move speed?
They buffed her move speed back in like season 1 or 2, and so she's just faster than anyone running. By
Oh
default.
hell no. Wait, no, someone showed me that. I was playing with somebody and I was like, wait, how are you catching up to... Oh my god, y'all are not joking. That character's actually fast as shit.
Hey, you want to see something
Yeah,
funny?
They should have done it to Dabi, but they didn't.
Yeah, go for a look.
How about this? I'm gonna put this in voice chat. I'm gonna post it in the video. But like, you know how much damage her level 9 alpha does? I don't know
Is it
about
like
like.
150?
Look at voice chat.
148.
We don't know if
Nah,
they
you
have
know
like
what?
a yellow character on their team or not, but you know.
Alright.
This is one alpha.
I'm not saying that I'm 100% convinced, but I am definitely saying there is a long conversation to be had about 148 fucking damage. That is a lot.
And this is damage that doesn't knock you into iframes.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't knock you into iframes and
It
like
doesn't?
Nope.
No, it does not. You land
And-
one stun and they're dead.
No.
End of story.
It's
Denki lands a
also,
stun,
like,
that
fast
person
as
dies.
fuck.
Toto lands a stun, they're dead. Deku grab, they're dead. Plant grab, they're dead. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, AFO.
Okay.
AFO grab, yeah, they're dead.
Not gonna lie, I think that's probably the most shocking part of this discussion that I've had after being gone for so long. Holy shit, that is fucked up. Okay.
Yep, Kendo is not the strongest character in the game, but man, he is up there.
She is screwed up.
Like when I made the first tier list video in season 3, when I made her into C tier, I was wrong. This character is a menace. Like
Can
holy
we go back
shit.
to the patch where her shield was broken?
That didn't even stop her either. It's not like they use a shield to block things anyway. Yeah,
Hey, at least you could break it and limit her mobility a little bit.
it's true. Yeah, no, Kendo, strong.
All right.
He's very
No,
strong.
thank you for explaining that. Holy. All right, that's gonna change the way I play around that character then, because that.
Yep. If you see a
Well,
Kendo
you can
jumping
tell
with her
if
shield,
people-
then you know you're going versus a good Kendo.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can tell on sight if they actually know what the fucking character
Yes.
Wait. So I guess one more thing, not to drag this conversation. 'Cause I mean, I don't think a lot of other people understand Kendo either. So maybe this will help them out. But I noticed that Kendos will do this thing where like they jump. I think it's either jump, shield, and then alpha,
Yep.
or they jump
Yes.
alpha and then shield. Like so,
Jump out.
Jump,
Jump
shield,
shield
alpha.
alpha. Yep.
jump shield out. So what is that? Just kind of meant to like make a
It
very
gives her more
awkward-
movement. Like it increases her air mobility when she does it.
Yep.
So that
Yep. Something
Nice.
about like dropping the shield into your alpha like gives you basically as much speed as you would have on the ground while running, by shooting your alpha.
so you don't even have to do the I'm guessing you don't have to dash jump. Just the shield itself gives
Yep.
you the mobility. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah. It's equivalent as if you were to do a roll off of a ledge.
Oh, wow. Oh, all right. I'm not gonna lie. I know I keep making this joke about how I'm never unlocking this character, but I kind of want to test this character.
I gotta say, as strong as Kendo is, she's not OP. I mean, she might be OP. She's not overbearing.
She's just OP.
She's OP. She's not overbearing compared to other characters, and she does have a lot of counters towards her.
Yeah, the biggest weakness of her is that like you can just be at a distance.
Right.
It's true.
But I guess what they're having
unfortunately, this is a team game.
Yep.
Right.
People can build around Kendo's weaknesses to cover those.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
I figure having a giant shield also, it's kind of like, okay, so she can't hit you, but you can't hit her either. So it's like at some point, someone has to give. Someone has to make the first move. And unfortunately, it seems like she has the privilege of, I can hold this shield, you have to come to me.
Yeah.
More or
Plus,
less.
she's an assault character, so she takes less damage
Yep.
on top of it. Okay,
Very true.
I have learned a lot about Kendo. Holy shit, I did not know that character was a demon. All
Yep,
right.
she is. All right.
If y'all are gaslighting me, congratulations, you succeeded.
I wish I was.
Yeah, if you drop her to D tier, I got punched. But go on.
Next up, Plant. Now, Plant, it was B tier or C tier last tier list on, but now she got some really good buffs. And I don't know if she's B or A. I really don't.
I think she's the gatekeeper for A tier.
It might be like the bottom A, yeah.
I think
Like-
so. She does so much fucking damage.
Yeah, she does so much damage now. Like her concentrated aim, like aimed in A alpha attack is just so good at like keeping people in place and also doing damage to them.
Yeah.
If she gets
Does it
first
reach
down or
longer?
something, it doesn't it does reach longer when you use your out when you aim it. Not only does it reach longer, but it also is concentrated. It's not like a spread.
Oh, so like, because I have noticed sometimes because I've dabbled a little bit in her, maybe like 5 matches, but I noticed sometimes doing the alpha, it feels inconsistent where I think it should hit and it doesn't. So if it's more concentrated, does that make it a lot harder for it to miss, assuming you're
Yeah.
aiming it correctly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to test that out.
Not only does it help you aim better, but it also does more damage.
It fucking does. Oh, I'm just
Yes.
playing that character wrong. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay.
Plant is really strong right now, but she has some really glaring weaknesses.
Of course. Like where
Oh,
she
yeah.
shines, she does excellent. But if she gets rushed down by like some characters, not all characters, but like if she gets rushed down by certain characters, he barely can fight back.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, just like the command grab issue in and of itself, like, yeah, you could grab somebody, but if there's someone else that's with them, then, you know, let's just say Kendo.
You're the one getting grabbed in that situation.
Yeah.
You don't know yet, but you're the one.
just die.
Yep.
She can cancel her grab early, I have learned, if you press the button again, but it doesn't stop as fast as you would want it to.
Right.
Imagine the timeline in which she can grab you, but she has vine hair, so it just stretches and she can walk around while you're grabbed.
Take notes, biking.
No, but don't, please don't.
But please don't do
that
that.
character gate kept, okay? Please.
Yeah. Plant is good. She does have a res, but the res is a bit committal, so it's pretty punishing.
But it got the most.
She does have. She does.
It does.
It's the same as Cementoss, and it can rest through walls as well. Both of them.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Although Cementoss has the leeway of being able to build himself cover first.
Yep, and cover for whoever he reses. It is.
Granted, such cover can also just be a coffin.
It is true. Given, we'll get to that. AllMight.
Yeah.
AllMight. He got nerfed all season. This season, my dude.
He keeps getting
He
nerfed.
keeps getting nerfed. I think he's still A tier. I believe so. I think,
I don't know.
like, he does so much damage still.
He does do
I
a
don't know.
lot of damage. His mobility's committal. His tornado is.
Okay, but he's got like
Okay.
8 mobility options, so like it's not
Yeah,
that committal.
He's basically a 300 HP rapid character at times, man. If he wants to be, he just can get out so fast. Ugh.
From the time I've played AllMight, the number one thing I've always kept in mind, both playing as him and against him, like you said, he has some rapid type options for sure. Tornado is very, very good at just being a fuck off, leave me alone button until it runs out. It's got a leap, which is good. But I think like the whole thing with him is they're very high commitment. Like if beta is high commitment, and dear God, if you're fighting a beam team, they're just gonna light you up in the sky.
Yep.
Yes.
Even the jump, if you just understand the arc that he's moving at, and with a little bit of experience, it doesn't take long to figure it out.
It's
And
also
it-
not hard to punish the startup.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No.
Like he cannot burn that. Like he loses invuln immediately, he'll just get lit up. But undeniably, no, that big boy does some damage. Without a doubt, I think he does a lot of damage. I would probably say, if not A tier, he's still
I'd say top
He's-
of B.
Top of B, yeah.
minimum B tier, top of B, by virtue of just he has too much in his kit to be considered genuinely bad.
Yes.
Like he has a very overloaded kit, but there are very defined weaknesses and counterplay to just about every option that he has. So I'd say B.
He also lost
Good
50
point.
HP, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Damn, he lost.
Yeah.
He's
Alright,
a
good
300 HP character now.
then. All right. I mean, fair enough.
Deserved,
yeah, that
though.
does help.
He did deserve it.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely was really, really enjoyable to play for a reason. I don't die. I deal damage. You know.
All right, next up. I don't have to say anymore. Next up, Mt.Lady.
Yeah, then why don't you tell us your opinions, Luck? Come on.
I don't have to say a
this is-
word.
This removed.
What do you
This
gotta
is
say?
your
What do you gotta
remove
say?
from the game character.
Listen, the Cementoss, as much as I want to remove him from the game, this character is a fucking menace to society. He is insanely powerful in the right hands, and
This is the best character in the game.
no. I don't even know how to start speaking about this guy and how much I despise him.
Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest. If they didn't add so many characters with like really good mobility and offensive pressure, he would be the best character in the
Yes.
game.
He's still the same Cementoss as he was in any other season. They didn't really change his kit at all, except for like buffing
Everyone
his.
else can fucking fly to the heavens now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they
plus
just.
the other characters is indirectly nerfing
Yep,
him.
exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Their nerf to Cementoss was releasing Mirio. That was one of the nerfs. So I feel like just by virtue of a larger roster, that definitely helps. But he's definitely a character where when your character sucks against Cementoss,
Dabi!
it is the most oppressive. Yeah, like dude, Cementoss was like anti-Dabi since like day one. Like actual unwinnable matchup. If you somehow lose that matchup as Cementoss, you are trolling.
You're doing
You are
something
going
wrong.
out of your way to die. You are feeding the Dabi. You want him to be mayor at that point. But yeah, he's definitely strong. He's disruptive. Again, area denial is huge. The rocks all have like 50,000 HP, and he can shoot them like, you know, every like second. So he makes Shigaraki's decay ability a meme, which I do think he definitely not S tier, but he's definitely disruptive enough to be A. Yeah, he's got a rebound because you know why not? Fire Alpha is at your feet, so now you get, you know, boosted up and hurt anybody that's on top of you. He's just extremely, at best, he's annoying as fuck to fight. At worst, you just can't do anything about him.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, he's a very, very good character.
Like, chasing him down with a character that can't go through walls is... That's why whenever I see him, if I can go giant, I'll go giant and fucking beat his ass so he can't play the game.
Yeah, like he can't be anything less than A tier because consider we have Kendo in S. What is Kendo gonna do? This boy's playing Fortnite. What the fuck can she do?
It's very true.
Yeah, Cementoss is one of those characters where he invalidates a lot of characters, but he can also get invalidated by a few.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the few
feel like
are
it's-
top tier, so you always see them.
I definitely feel like it's kind of the opposite problem of Kirishima, where he invalidates many more characters against himself, but who he
They're
gets
also
invalidated
good
by.
characters.
Yeah. He's Ishiyama. He's that man. He's that boy.
You do beat that.
And also,
boy.
he's a sex icon, so
I'm going to pretend you did not say that.
I'm gonna fight him. Don't worry.
Speaking of sex icons,
Please do.
Yo.
What a transition.
Mt.Lady, I think he is. My honest opinion, Mt.Lady, she is I don't know if she's S tier, because she's really hard to play.
She's
Well,
I was
not hard
gonna
to
say
play.
A,
Not hard to play.
S.
But like
After her
I don't
nerfs,
know.
she kind of fell off.
I think she is lower than Deku currently in this tier list. I think she is around there.
I put her even. No, okay, it's fine. I agree.
Like,
All right. You know what? It's time for me to be the unpopular opinion. I hate this character. I genuinely hate this character.
that is not
fucking
unpopular.
hate-
That is a very common opinion.
Oh, damn, I've really been away for that long. I thought that was unpopular. No, I actually see why people would say she's at A tier. I feel like she's another character where when you lose against her, it really sucks. Like, the way you lose against Mt.Lady never feels good at all.
I disagree. I disagree. When I lose against her and she smushes her ass into me, I'm like, that's the way to go.
I'm gonna fuck this dude up, bro. But before that, though, I feel like her whole thing at the end of the day is that while she does have a lot of utility, she has a lot of movement. Giant mode is basically a win condition.
Well,
it's only a win condition. It's only a win condition in some relatively niche situations. Like, one of people's biggest complaints, right? I feel like some people may even argue this, is that in a very tight circle scenario, she basically auto wins. But to be fair, that's not always the case. Like, I've actually had this happen a couple times where the final zone is inside of a dome and she can't go giant because
correct.
There's no room for it. So her win condition is not even valid at that point in time. Going giant, I cannot tell you how many times I was like, okay, she just grew giant, word, I'm just gonna throw everything at her because what's she gonna do, dodge me? She can't dodge. I mean, like, bro, never stay eating good when that happens.
Oh, yes.
And she still has to get in close proximity to really, really deal the most possible damage that she can do. I won't use high execution as a knock to that, because if the player is good, they'll execute it. But she still has to get really, really
like
close.
she has high execution moves, of course, but most of her combos are pretty easy to pull off. Like like the most basic combos, like one stomp into alphas. Like that's gonna take like your entire shield. Just a combo as basic as that. The higher combos take like half your HP along with it.
Yeah, like as much as I hate her, I do think that she definitely has her weaknesses, and they are glaring enough that if
He's a master of
play
CQC.
well, yeah, if you play into the fact that it's Mt.Lady and you don't just treat her like she's just a random character, she definitely is not as oppressive as it seems. And certain characters just don't even care outright. So as much as I talk shit and I say I hate that character, she's not that bad. I won't hate her as much as I hate Momo. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up, Assault Shigaraki. Not Assault,
Glow
Strike
Up Man
Shigaraki.
himself.
Strike Shigaraki.
Yep. Mr. Glow Up himself.
Mr. Glow
I'm so
Up.
proud of my boy,
My
man.
boy can shoot his alphas over walls now. He can do it.
True. They solved his biggest weakness.
Yep. This man, I still think is C tier, but definitely better than Todoroki.
I think he's like low B. I
I'd
think
say
he's
low B,
actually
too.
decent.
Do you believe this to be true?
Yes.
Yes. I think they solved a lot of his problems with that one change. Like, he actually can be pretty impressive, especially if you're like a low mobility character like Kendo, or like I know she's not actually, but like her mobility gonna keep her on the ground. Like,
Yeah,
to a degree,
Kendo
right?
doesn't have
So-
wings.
Yeah, like if you are grounded, like based Dabi and like Kendo, like you are taking a lot of damage, like just trying to exist, and like especially if you're Dabi, like you can't even use your betas to defend yourself. Like you are getting blasted. Like,
Oh yes.
Not to mention his mobility isn't that bad. The additional distance on his grab's pretty good.
Yeah,
and I believe it's still armored, correct?
that is correct.
I think
His gamma
Yeah.
is armored.
Which lets him get out of a lot of situations where other characters would be stuck.
Yeah.
It does help him a lot just to be able to get that extra distance with the Beth, and just
Same.
skedaddle.
Yeah, and I think it's a huge thing as well is that being able to drop your beta and then instantly cancel the ending lag with his gamma, that matters so much more
Oh, yes.
than I think a lot of people realize. Because, I mean, really think about it, right? You remember in Season 1 when I was trying to figure out how to do the instant beta upon, like, just before you touch the ground so you can at least remove the startup animation?
Yep.
Like, that was the thing I was doing because I wanted to minimize the risk of it altogether. Now you're incentivized to use his beta in the air and then immediately cancel it with Gamba, and now you're just zooming away, and there's a massive area of denial. Like, that's such a huge change. I think that really does help him, especially with the change to corruption as a whole, or decay rather.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd say he's definitely still not top tier. He definitely still has issues. It doesn't fix it entirely to where it's no longer a problem, but it definitely alleviates some of the worst aspects of him that made it so people could just be like, well, I'll cling to a wall, now there's nothing you can do about it. And
Yep. Nowadays he can hit people over the climbing walls, which is necessary.
He's also
definitely
one of the best characters in the end ring because
Yes.
he's filling the entire fucking ground.
Oh yes.
So he's got, like, what he does well, he does pretty well. There's just weaknesses to him, and that keeps him out of being like a top tier.
Listen, man. When the goo you leave on the ground can be jumped like constantly, like fucking playing jump rope, doing minimal damage. That's bad. But you know.
Yeah.
I think he's balanced. And at some point, I mean, floor is lava. You gotta touch the floor sometime. But I think depending on like the end zone, it definitely can change as to whether or not that's much more valid and a problem, or whether it's kind of like, well, whatever, man, you're red shiggy. You're still whack. The drip's still whack. Your shoes whack. Your buck teeth are whack. Like, yeah, I think he's good.
And he is okay. Next up, regular Dabi, Mayor Dabi, Sir Dabi of Purple. This man, I still don't
It's
know.
bad.
I don't know if he's worse or better than Kirishima.
I think
he's slightly better.
Bro,
but
I
he
think
still
he
sucks.
is. I think he is C tier's weakest soldier.
I don't believe you.
Bro, listen. I put in work with this character. He can't be better.
Listen, man, the amount of times I've seen Dabi's playing the game, and I'm like, oh, it's a Dabi. I guess I'll just kill him, and then he dies.
Okay, but how many times have you said, oh, it's a Dabi, guess I'll just kill him, and he activates his special action, you go, shit, he got that off, and then he's still on the ground? Like,
exactly.
You are just arguing for him to still be an E tier.
yeah, it's Dabi tier.
It's D for Dabi.
Down tier.
Down.
My man's special action has the ability to let him get downed twice in very fast succession.
What a king. Dabi, maybe they'll buff you in the future, maybe
Yep.
not. We'll
I stay
find out.
slandering Purple Dabi. I love him, but I stay slandering this guy.
Yeah, this is my favorite character to play in the game. I think he sucks ass compared to most of the roster.
Yeah, this was definitely pre-election Dabi for sure. This was pre-mayor.
Pre-mayor Dabi.
Yeah, we'll get to post-election later.
All right.
Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get there.
All right. Olga. Olga, previously we put her on top of S tier as the best character.
I still think she belongs there.
I do agree.
I want to hear all your guys' thoughts before I put in my opinions.
Listen,
Okay, so I already thought she was the best character in the game because like she can do all this crazy tech, like fucking like zero cooldowns, transitions, all this shit, right? Fucking she can do like fucking revive loops, fucking she can milk Momo for her fucking entire life. If fucking they nerfed her beta, but like the good Togas were not spamming the beta, so like it doesn't matter.
My thoughts on Toga are like more or less the same what Aka said. Like her base kit without transforming is like, if I had to put it on a tier, it would probably be like A to B tier. But because she can like reset half her cooldowns all the time with just transforming, when the gamma lands, you know, she becomes like a fucking machine of banning skills, depending who she's fighting. That's why my reasoning she is to be in S tier.
I actually realize I have to take back an opinion that I made earlier, right? So after some careful consideration, y'all actually made some very good points on this, and it's relevant to Toga. So I was maybe a little hard on Momo, because then I realized that Momo's disguise fell off, and then it was actually Toga. Removed this fucking character from the game. I forgot this character existed for a second. No, I hate this character. Also, she's such a weird, controversial character to me, because you can play this character like an absolute fucking bot and just bait all over the place and laugh, ha ha ha.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Granted, the other thing, I mean, people still even fucking do it now, but like, the other thing about this character is she can be played at a very, very high skill ceiling. That shit is what's really frustrating, because now you have a hard time killing her or just fighting her. Because again, spamming skills, so she can use the skills to have extra mobility or to have extra DPS. And it does take, you know, a fair amount of execution. Like, I'm gonna go hate on her like that. Like, the ordinary person is not going to be playing Toga the way that I'm talking about right now. But when she's played really, really well, she is scary. She is a demon. I refuse, by nature of her kits, to put her anything less than S. I will die on that hill. I'm not gonna say she's the absolute best character in the game, but I would never say she's less than S.
Bro, she's literally every character.
I mean, yeah.
She's like Kendo on crack, to be honest. Like, the people who know how to use her really know how to use her. And when you can know how to use her, she goes crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time for me to put in my opinions now.
Yes.
I'm gonna block him.
You guys don't play this character as religiously as I do.
This is true.
And a lot of your guys' experience is from watching me play her.
Well, I've dealt with Togas that are good as well. Not many, but there are a couple that I've fought against. You included.
Yes. I don't think she's S tier right now. The problem with Toga is, one, her transformation is tied to an ability that really likes to not work.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It will whiff on down opponents unless you do something specific, and even if you do that specific thing, it will still whiff. Granted, you do have your stab to get it on down opponents. However, with the change of her transformation now being tied to her special action rather than her gamma, means you can't transform immediately. so that's kind of slowing it down. Her transform is pretty committal. There is tech to super armor through stuff, which I have demonstrated to you guys, but if you end up fighting gamers, you're taking free damage. To add on to a lot more when it comes to transformation, it is good to cycle cooldowns. That is something that you are correct about. You could just mash all your cooldowns, de-transform, and continue cycling, provided your gamma likes to work.
This is very true. it's all tied to the game.
One problem of transforming like that is, this is one problem that I still have. You keep the name of that player, which means you are instantly a target, and people will not hesitate to beam you down.
No, now they think that I'm their homie, so I'm safer than ever, right?
Of course.
You would
when the
think
Toga
so.
changes in front of my eyes, and I look at my boy with the same name, like, I have to kill you. I'm sorry.
Listen, man. What you do
But
is you fucking transform into their allies next to the ally you just suck the blood, so they don't know which is which.
Yeah, and then you go, which one do I shoot?
Man, the only thing that I could possibly, and I hate this, I hate saying this, I really just want to stay the biggest hater for Brock in the world, bro. I stay hating this man. But like, the one thing I can say that I could agree with that would make her not S tier is she can't emote. So if a motherfucker doesn't emote, kill her.
Hold up. There's a tech. She can.
She can emote once when she's transformed.
Nah,
There's
you
a tech.
full of shit, bro. She S tier. Nah,
There's a
so-
tech. Yeah, she S tier as fuck.
Listen,
I don't think
Emo is
she's
out.
S tier right now because this meta does not suit her.
listen.
I think she's like.
At the very best, like she's definitely bottom of S tier, if anywhere.
I don't.
I think she's
so
better than
either.
Kendo, to be honest.
Do you?
No.
Nah.
Like, because she can become Kendo, but also just fucking fly away after. Like she can be non-committal Kendo.
I don't
Like,
think.
if I'm on a not meme, I feel like to truly, like, jokes aside, to sympathize a little bit with Brock, I won't lie, there are a lot of steps in playing Toga where the one argument I can see is that a lot of things can kind of go wrong. And if one thing does go wrong, I feel like you now have to just completely adjust your plan. If nothing goes wrong, I mean, she just does whatever she wants, but like if she misses a gamma, then something it's like, oh shit, now I have to completely recalibrate everything that I'm doing because now I can't cycle cooldowns. But I don't know how much that really hurts her, but
A lot.
I can kind of sympathize. Like I'm thinking it in my head right now, and I can sympathize as much as I stay hating my character.
Yeah,
I'd say minimum bottom of S, but I'm open to conversation. That's how
I
I feel
don't
about
think she's S. This
I
meta
think
is a
she's,
bit
like,
too high
gatekeeping it at
damaging for
least.
her to really, truly go off.
Where do you think she belongs then, Brock?
Okay, hear me out. In practice, I would say A. My personal feeling, C. But that's just because of
You are a
my
freak.
fault.
That is a
But
lie.
let me just
That is a lie. I was going to have respect for your opinion. You are wrong.
no. C is just because of how salty I am when Gamma doesn't work.
That's
In
fair.
practice, A. Like, genuinely, you've seen all the stuff I can pull off with Toga. She is super high execution, probably the highest skill ceiling character in the game,
Absolutely.
with transformation combos, cycling, escapes, everything.
Yes,
She's just in a meta that doesn't fit her that well.
I agree.
Everything in metas that do a bit lower damage, she can really go off. She can have the highest, well, stupidly high damage. Before Strike Deku got buffed, hell. Ooh.
Let's just get this out of the way. Put him here. All right.
Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
no, wait, there's no.
We'll come to him when it comes to him. This character is literally the best character
Yeah.
in the game. Everybody knows this guy. Goes to the top of S tier, if not
I
higher than
think he's actually kind of D tier. I think this boy needs some buffs.
that. How about you?
Why doesn't he have 8 rocks?
Bro, it's funny. I play this character and I just make my name I like rocks in all caps and I just run at motherfuckers and I just stay doing lots of damage. Like I don't know, man. This is a rock eater character, bro. And if you play out a controller with this character, all I'm saying is you should be put on a list. All I'm saying, like,
Goodness.
Back to
Hey.
the topic of Toga. She just dies too quickly right now. That's really it.
Doesn't he have like 300 health?
Transformation's committal. She misses it. She kind of suffers.
He does have 300 HP, but still, yeah.
Yeah. If she was
it's not
at
a crazy
350, then I would definitely put in an argument for her being S. But right
Alright,
now, she dies a bit too quickly.
If she was at 350, I'd be putting in an argument for fucking Mayor Dabi to have 400 HP.
Give her that. Honestly, give everybody 50 HP. Next up, Compress. Now,
This character's screwed up.
This character is weird. Because, like, he actually has an insane skill ceiling and would make him one of the highest EPS in the game, but nobody knows how to play him. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know where to put him in regards to that.
Yeah.
I'd put him like mid B, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd put him above Froppy, I think.
Probably. Maybe, like, yeah.
I'd put him up, like...
He's even more mobile than Froppy once he gets his fucking Gamma at 9, like, significantly.
I want to say he's like high B, but this character, he's gonna make me be a hypocrite here. I know I said that execution is not something that I factor, but this character is volatile.
This
as shit.
character
He
is made for
weird.
execution.
Like when
Like,
his
yeah.
trucks work, like they're great, but when they don't work, it's so awkward and it's so difficult to get proper feedback on where you should be aiming and calibrating to adjust to actually hit people. Like, it's so extremely weird that I actually think that kind of counts against him. He's odd. Man.
He's very
a
volatile.
very odd character. When he works, he's great, and then when he doesn't, I mean, what's he gonna do? Stop me? I mean, I'm talking like a Mirio player, so I mean,
There's not much I can say about him. He has some combos that just basically delay your entire shield and then some of your HP if you catch people. But catching people with him is very difficult given there's a high mobility meta.
Yes.
Bro, he literally beats Dabi, so...
S tier.
But yes, he has one of the highest DPS in the game, but it's so hard to actually land your shield with him. So we remain at B tier.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
If they make him more consistent, I think he'll
If
be better.
if he gets aim assist on his fucking marbles by default, even with mouse control, he will become the best character in the game.
Why don't his marbles...
That truck.
Yeah, why don't his marbles gain tracking after they bounce?
That's a very interesting. Like you just shoot at the ground and just bounce towards the nearest opponent.
Yeah, that would be the most broken buff. Fucking you shoot that shit off a wall, fucking like bounces fucking right back.
That would be sick though.
It would be sick as fuck, but it would be busted.
Yeah, give him some GPS, Google Maps tracking. You do that shit? Nah, he's the S tier character. If they ever do that for him, I will
Mix his alphas with Dabi's on a truck that chases.
I love
What if his alphas had gas?
what if you could drive the truck? All right.
Oh, now we got the fun boy.
Yeah, we have
got the brain rot
Aizawa,
character.
the guy that stops you from playing the game. This man is S tier, absolutely.
He's really
He
good.
is
He's got a high
He
ceiling.
has a high ceiling. He has infinite mobility. He can stop you from playing the game like half the battle you're fighting.
Funny enough, I think Toga is still one of the characters that really invalidates him.
Oh yes, absolutely. But
Just freaking tech to ignore his arrays. He looks at you, and you're just like, nah, I don't care.
yep, you just transform and then you can't. You just-
Transform or de-transform, and he's just like, wait, I didn't account for this, and then they just
Aren't
get hit.
you still? But yeah, no. Aizawa, there's not much to say about him. He does a lot of damage. He can move forever.
He lands one alpha, team bursts you down, you die. It's
Yep, and
everyone's seen this.
One of the few characters in the game that literally can play the floor as lava and perpetually never touch the floor.
Oh yes.
Like, not to say that Shigaraki is necessarily like, you know, that much of a threat, but the fact that he can just constantly play a game where nobody else can play the same way, that he's always in the air, he's always in very unorthodox positions, and that's where he shines, and that's where a lot of characters do not shine.
This man should have been a rapid.
He should have been a rapid. He is a rapid in disguise. He's a gaslighting piece of shit. I love this character. He's very silly. He, like you said, there's not much to say. He's just
good.
Pretty much has everything a character wants.
I'm still under the impression the only reason he's a technical is because they wanted a hero who was technical.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you.
Yep. He was the first character to be released, and there wasn't that many technicals. They made him a technical.
Glad we just all agree on that one. Let's just shelf that one.
All right.
We were in the board meeting. We all know.
All right. Next up, Endeavor. Now I have a very varied opinions of this guy. Endeavor on controller, that's carrying the game. Endeavor outside of a controller on mouse and keyboard, this guy is like C tier at best. If not B.
If this character's on mouse and key, he's spending time with his family.
Like, this guy has so much damage. He cannot run away at all. The most he could do is fly in a straight line and pray you don't hit him.
Absolutely. We have a controller Endeavor, and we have a regular mouse and keyboard Endeavor.
Yeah, this character has no mobility. Like, bro is like, if you took, they thought, okay, let's take AllMight's weaknesses with mobility and let's multiply that shit by 3. Give it to Endeavor. That's why he's the number 2 hero. That's why you don't deserve to be number 1.
Let's not talk about prominence burden as well.
Oh yeah, the die button.
Yeah, the only utility of that shit is just hard reading somebody going behind a wall. And I'm just saying, bro, it's a team game with a bunch of people that love third party. I am not pressing that button. Absolutely not.
Nah, I'm pushing that button every time.
I mean, when you play Dabi though, you do anything, bro. You crazy. You out here, man. Like,
Nah, I press that button too, but that's because I have commitment issues.
You're a Toga.
Wait.
You press that button and beat your soul.
Exactly, I have commitment issues. I don't deal with the main downside.
I've never heard somebody speak so much truth and me hate them so goddamn much, bro. I hate your guts. Oh my god. He's spitting, but I hate him.
Goodness. All right.
Alright.
Any more words on Endeavor?
Yeah, I think I think we realistically gotta put him because okay, we gotta balance out his garbage between his basedness. So I think he's gotta be at least high B.
Yeah, he does so much damage.
He's
you
hugging,
center a team around him, people die.
He's hugging compressed with how volatile they are.
Yeah, and
It's just the issue with him is he's way easier to abuse than compress. Because you just gotta be let me change my setting real quick.
It's definitely true, and I mean, not for nothing, gets to talk a little bit of positives outside of controller. And this is something that I was doing when the character first came out. Is his beta is really, really good and fun to use. Mind you, you will never find Endeavor players, for the most part, trying to do this. But the fact that you can change the direction of the explosion from his beta by wall sticking it, yes, it's 4D chess at that point, but you do some very interesting setups where by intentionally whiffing the spear or by tagging it against the wall, you can go inside of a congested area, like the domes, the city areas with the buildings, and you can tag people trying to hide behind alleys and shit, which is kind of cool for the sake of chase, but it's not strong enough to make him better than B tier. I'll say that much. He's valid, he's viable, but unless you're playing on a controller, he's got some issues. I love him.
He's a big body character with 300 HP. He's suffering.
Yep. And he's strike. He's
what
it is.
All right. Next up on the block, we have Twice, and Twice is another contender for S tier, in my opinion.
I hate this character.
This character can lock you down, and you can't run away from him if he
if he's gonna hit you that much, the least he can do is kill you, but he doesn't even do that.
He takes so long. He takes his time. He's savoring his food.
Yeah, but then you have freaking Assault Deku. You hit him 4 or 5 times and he starts running away with his very telegraphed and easy to punish mobility.
Yes.
But that's not he's not here for mobility. He's here to stop people from playing the game.
Yes.
So, I guess because I am not familiar with Twice, I've played him 4 times. In all 4 games, I died in 15 seconds. So I have no idea how this.
Well, you see, the reason you died in 15 seconds is because people hate fighting Twice, so they just focus him down.
yeah. I've been focused. Other people die. Just general. I played solo queue, so that should kind of tell you why it went wrong. But I genuinely don't know some of the more nuanced stuff about his kit. So I'm curious if you want to kind of go over that briefly.
I will admit, I kill this character on sight.
Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely. You should, for sure.
His gamma's crazy. He's got mad tracking and combos. You can also use it for crazy
interrupts
mobility.
Way too much stuff.
Yeah, it interrupts anything that doesn't have armor.
Yeah. And then fucking like you can basically like depending on the match, you can be like, what if I didn't have to play the game anymore? So
like he can create an army of people if allowed to anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know about him is that
He has combos.
you
as
kill
well.
him on site because he snowballs with the clones, and if he does have an army of clones, it just there's no longer a target priority, because if you're fighting 10, I'm kind of exaggerating here, but you're fighting like 10 people, right? Then who do you target first? And if you don't know directly who are the real people on that team, you don't know who you should be targeting first. And if I recall correctly, when you clone somebody, you clone their stats, right? So like if you clone in, let's say Kirishima, it has like 400 health?
Yep.
So that clone has 400 health, if I recall, right? Yeah, so at that point, I mean, killing twice doesn't kill the clones, does it?
Nope.
Yeah, so then who are you supposed to target at that point? Like, I feel like at that stage of the game, he's snowballed so badly that you kind of just pray to God that the bots don't have aimbot. They do.
They do.
So, so beyond that, the only solution is see twice, kill him as fast as possible, and just don't ever let him snowball.
Yep.
Which
he is like the win more character.
yeah, I thought that was already by itself once I learned some of the numbers behind his clones. The volatility of an actual army, people could say, oh, what's the chances of that happening, until it happens, and then you just lose the game. Like, once it happens, you're gonna be upset.
Listen, all I know is that whenever I have 2 clones and I have 2 other teammates, I can just go across the map with my 2 clones and I'll be safe because I have 2 get out of jail free cards. While I'm being a nuisance to a whole other team fight.
Oh, I can't wait for next season, bro. Please make Twice viable.
Oh, he will be. He will be.
So excited.
But yes, that's all I think we have to say on Twice. He's
Alright,
a
fair
menace. He can stop you from playing the game nearly as much as Aizawa can. It's very annoying, but it is what it is.
Alright.
Speaking of stopping you from playing the game, this motherfucker.
My boy.
Assault Shigaraki.
My boy.
And I honestly, like, I still think he's S tier, but I find him way more manageable nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but
He
also
still has
remove
the
him
same
from game.
lockdown potential. His damage is just not as high as it used to be.
Yeah, no, they nerfed his damage. He's a way more fair character, but he still like can lock you down and just stun you for like 5 minutes, and your team just capitalize on it. And he has a lot of mobility.
Yeah, when also run up on you, I mean, it's hard to make him like, it's hard to get away from him because like his is beta, is that right? If he directly hits you with it, it staggers you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then he can do, I think it's like beta, gamma, just the first part of it, and then you're just kind of perpetually staggered the entire time. And his cooldowns are not all that long, if I recall correctly.
No, he can run for a while.
Yeah, like all I know is anytime I fight against that character and he's chasing me, like I never feel like he stopped chasing me. Like he moves, he schmoves.
Douche
Definitely
move.
schmoves.
Do be schmoovin'.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's solid. I haven't felt cheated by him in a while, and I mean, if I've ever felt cheated by him, it's an Aizawa could have done the same thing by hitting me with an alpha. Someone else staggering me with whatever. I mean, he's really strong, though. I would definitely say that. I have a little less to say about him than I would like, but I haven't played for a good bit at least.
That's fair. All right. Next up, we have AFO. AFO.
Yes. The king of why did you press a button?
S tier, I report
S tier.
this entire YouTube channel.
Listen, AFO is insanely strong. He is definitely, like, if not S tier, top of A tier. This guy has better Deku alphas that are bigger hitboxes and probably do around the same damage, I don't remember, but still. He has better Deku alphas. He has 400
They're a little bit
HP.
slower than Deku's, but I could be wrong.
He didn't shoot them as fast, but they have like a bigger hitbox, especially when you level them up. They
Yeah.
get way bigger as well.
They have things to make up for it, for sure.
Yep. Like, he has 400 HP. He is, like, I'm pretty sure he's as fast as Kendo running on the ground.
I think so, yeah.
Like this guy, and he has a move that basically kills you if you have any teammates with you.
Yep.
Yep,
And
it's
let's just add on to one of his other many features. You can literally just be a better version of a character with less than 400 health.
Yep.
Yep.
Bro, you kill an Ochaco, you are now that Ochaco with 400 HP.
oh yeah, we were talking about that before. Ochaco all for one is the best character in the game.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Hey, this
The
man,
approach speed of
for
Ochaco
everything that he
is
has, should not have 400 HP.
He's
No, he
all.
shouldn't.
He's all for one.
No, he
Yeah,
should not. He should have 350 at most.
Yeah.
Nah, he should have 500 buff him.
Listen, man, if this guy has 400, give Toga 350.
We'll get to that later, but like, but no, I definitely feel like this character already base kit. He already demands so much respect as it is. Like, you cannot sleep on this character. He'll just kill you. And mind you, he does need other teammates to kind of follow up on the. Is it the beta that stuns, right?
Yeah.
The beta
so
that gives them in place, yes.
Yeah, if he does does stick. God forbid you get hit by the gamma, then at that point, man, just roll the next game. It's over. Like, pack it up. But I mean, if he ends up getting the right quirk set, I mean, I think I played this character one time out of like a few matches when I was getting used to him. I ended up actually getting, I think I got Iida's quirk set. And I felt like I was playing Mega Man, bro. I had all the mobility in the world. I was just dash jumping everywhere, and people couldn't get away from me. And that was with Iida.
sure.
So, I mean, God forbid you get Ochaco. Dude, Mirio. Oh, my God.
I've seen some AFO Mirios and boy, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Bro, just remove that character from the game. Like, hot fix that shit. Good Lord.
And if you're stuck in Storm and you're trying to run back against an AFO,
You can just push it
you
back.
might as well just stay in Storm.
You can just keep pushing it back.
Just stay in Storm. You're not getting out.
Yeah.
Bro, now
Count your
we're
losses.
saying AFO picking up every other character quirk set. If you get an AFO that grabs another AFO, that
Dude, you're done.
you know that.
Wait, he didn't do that?
Oh yes,
Yes.
Take another AFO.
he can do that, and then he can reset his cooldowns basically twice in a row.
Yeah, you could use
that's-
3 pulls/pushes in a row. It's so stupid.
It is dumb as hell.
Wow. Oh.
His quirk swap should also work like which Toga's transform works like that, but that's a different story.
Maybe they'll
Okay,
fix
so-
the transform.
I guess like the only thing that really sucks too about All for One, like one of the first thoughts I had is I can't even be mad about him being better with quirk sets. At that point, it's like I'm mad that he's got a Mirio quirk set. I gotta be mad at the guy who played Mirio. You gave him the quirk set.
Why would
didn't
you die
have to
to him?
play that character? You chose it. You can't even hate him. You're the reason he's got it.
Bro, that was the statement people were making back when Mirio had that glitch, where
With
like
Toga.
Toga had the glitch rather. So people were like, "Bro, don't play Mirio. You're literally throwing because the Toga's gonna kill you and they're gonna be invincible forever."
Which I mean, yeah, but at that point it's like game breaking. Like, which I know it hurts because you're right. I saw people saying that, and I'm like, y'all are so corny. Like, just like obviously, yeah, don't play him, I guess. But I mean,
but like the better solution is like, don't be a bitch and make yourself invincible. Like,
yeah, play the game, normally and not bug the game out. But that's just asking for too much from people in a free-to-play game is to actually,
Oh yes.
play skill, because skill is a commodity, and we be running out of that shit. Some people are just on they poverty in that. But yeah, that's all I got to say for All for One.
Yep.
Great character. I love him. I love the fact he's in the game.
He is really good, and I don't think he is super strong, but man, he is terrifying to go against at sometimes.
He's oppressive at level
Oh
1
yes,
too.
he is.
Yep.
Like probably the strongest early game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
He's my classic example of like, I don't mind if a character is strong, and I think his level of strength, I'm cool with it.
Yes.
That's about it.
He's strong, but still somewhat fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, his beta and his gamma are both die buttons if you dodge them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he can't be strong but fair because he's the best version of every character.
You're right. Next up, Bakugo, Speed Edition.
Remove him from the game. This is the best character in the game. I don't want to hear it. He's garbage. Get him out of here. I'm tired of this man. I've never died to him once, but I'm sick of him.
What the hell are you
This
talking
is the first time I heard Akaru mad. Holy shit!
Yes, dude, you should see him when he gets pissed off at Nin.
It's all the time.
I mean, that's
Regular.
different. That's the dynamic. But like, yeah, I felt the vitriol from that man when he started saying "fuck this character."
I genuinely think he's not stronger or weaker than his regular form. I think he is
Wait,
the same.
I don't know
Nah,
how
I
they added
completely
two
agree.
Bakugos, right? And they still perform pretty much the exact same.
Exactly. Like it's like the perfect balance.
Like one's faster and harder to kill, but he doesn't kill you.
And the other one
Ever.
kills you, but can't run away as much.
Exactly.
It's like it's perfect.
Yeah, and mind you, I've got kind of like a smaller amounts of experience compared to you guys, but I have seen a lot of rapid Bakugos. Not that comments on his balance, but more just I've gotten at least a fair bit of experience, and I've definitely noticed that for all the crazy mobility that he has, I feel like, and I don't know if I'm crazy for saying this, I think it's blown out of proportion. Like, he has mobility, but I often find that his mobility is, while good, not as strong as some people might suggest. And maybe it's from Mirio privilege, I don't know. But like
Mirio does have the highest mobility in the game.
Yes.
I mean, not even because of that, but like just the way I've watched Rapid Bakugos move. I don't know what alpha, beta, gammas necessarily do. I know there's one where he fires downwards, right? And he like, goes in a straight line.
Beta.
Yeah.
It's a predictable movement pattern where he does move kind of fast, but if you know he's using it, you can kind of just like recalibrate your aim to either go in the same direction as him, like perpendicular, then meet him at his end point, or snipe him midway if you have a really fast projectile. His gamma relaunches him, which, I mean, once you get used to the trajectory, you can kind of predict his movement path at that point. And if he really wants to get away from you, I've noticed, like, yeah, you're gonna kind of have to just let go of the chase. Like, if he doesn't want you to get him, you're not going to reach him. But
Oh yeah, if he doesn't want you to get him, he's just gonna be mashing alpha.
right, and
Yeah.
in that case, it is what it is. But I've noticed that, like, when he's actually fighting, like, he can kind of spaz out and whatnot. But I find that there's some consistency in the way that he moves, that dealing with him is not super difficult, I guess would probably be the way to say it. It could be a problem for certain characters. Like, you're playing Kirishima, bro. Just stop playing the game. It's you're not killing him. But with that said, at some point he has to touch the ground. And even before he does that, as long as you got a character that has like a beam or some type of counterplay, being able to predict his movement does make it so he's a lot less effective than you would think. It's like, it's such a difficult way to phrase this. He is like a rapid character that doesn't feel like a rapid character, because I think of Red Bakugo and I'm like,
he's a damaged character who feels like a rat.
yeah, like I'm like, corporate wants me to tell the difference and it's the same picture. Like, that's how it feels.
It's the same picture.
I think Rapid Bakugo is like pretty solid, but I think nobody who plays the game knows how to use him at 100%. I feel like no one has figured him out.
No, I agree. For sure.
I want him, but I don't have him. Ah.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
All right. Next up on the list, we have Mario himself,
Ah,
I hate
yes,
him.
Mario.
This is the king of C tier.
the king of C
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
It is very unfortunate. Like, at high levels of play, I think he could be B tier, like next to Iida, but like, my man suffers so much from all his moves being too easy to dodge. Sometimes formation doesn't even work.
The startup on his alpha is so punishable.
Yeah.
He presses gamma once, and you kind of you either walk into his shield or you just wait, because more often than not, you just press beta
It's
right
true.
afterwards.
Yeah, like this character can be really good, because like you can like tech his fucking special action and do crazy shit, but sometimes that glitches even, and so it's like,
Yep.
well,
They gotta fix him. If they fix his permeation issues, he will definitely be C tier. Or rather, B tier.
He would definitely remain in the same spot.
But that bro's permeating in a C tier again.
Yeah, like the thing is, I love playing this character. If we were rating based solely on surviving till the end, he'd be
yes,
tier.
He's the best second place character in the game.
It pains me so much hearing it because it's so valid. Like I was just talking with Luck about this the other day, where I'm like, the biggest issue I have playing Mirio, and I have one tricked this character basically since playing the game again. Since he came out and I got him, I've been one tricking him, and my biggest issue is that when people are not focusing on me, right, I get to have a great old time because then I just come out of nowhere, I go through walls, I predict stuff like that, and maybe I'm flexing out here trying to show how great I am, how smart I am, but like when people decide, you know what, I'm gonna mark the Mirio, I'm going to stare at him and deal with him specifically, all of a sudden the game is so much harder. It's again because of the charged alpha timing. If I see it being charged and I'm fighting a Mario, I'm gonna roll through it, or I'm going to shoot him out of it, one or the other. And then if he tries to get close enough, let's say for an uncharged alpha, you can hit him out of it again. So for as much big brain as he can try to use in order to work around a character's quirks, other people can kind of just dumb it down to, let me pay attention to what he's doing and then just react. If all they do is react to Mirio, there's not a lot that he can do. It takes a lot of unorthodox methods to catch somebody off guard once they dedicate to dealing with you. And unfortunately, getting up close and then using his melee does not... It's a very poor solution to the overall problems. Like, he's good. He definitely hurts. This character is not the top tier that everybody thought he was going to be when he came out.
Oh, yes.
He's got issues.
He needs
Let's
to
be honest. If you're playing Mirio, you're not playing a character, you're playing a mosquito.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's really just it. That's how I play him. I love playing him that way, but you're not going to bulldog anybody unless you're playing against someone that is just incapable of 1v1ing you. But again,
he's good at confirming kills when they're already down.
It is very true.
Getting those kills is a different story.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say, one thing to note about Mirio is he has the most satisfying shit to hit people with when you like fucking charge your alpha, predict where they're flying to, and you just snipe them out of the air. Yep. That shit feels so good.
Yeah. The rapid Bakugo conversation we're just having, that's when I started really paying attention to his movement. So if I see Rapid Bakugo trying to just fly in a certain direction, I meet him with a charged alpha. And I do the same thing with Red Deku's, funny enough. That character is bullshit, but if he uses rocks and he jumps up in the air, there's only so many different directions he can go, and then he is locked into that momentum. So then again, I can just kind of track him down. So he has a lot of interesting ways to play around a lot of characters, but the problem is that, once again, it comes down to you're punishing them. If they're waiting for you to make the first move, you just have this really awkward stare down, kind of like Kendo syndrome, where if you make the first move, you basically lose. And then you have to commit to something that is really, really dangerous, and bro's a rapid character, so he instantly dies if he makes the wrong mistake.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. His biggest issue is you got to be playing 5D chess while they're playing checkers. Like,
yes, there you go. There you go. Like, I've done some cool shit to some like Red Dekus, and being able to like hard read them for the various different options, completely counterplay all their options. But I also know in the back of my head, if they just decided to hit the ground, slowly tech, and then be way more patient with me, it wouldn't have gone the same way. And I hate to say it, but it's like, it's kind of knowledge checking and then stupid checking them as well. If they pass the stupid check, it's gonna be a harder time. He's such a weird character in that way.
He is a very weird character. But he's definitely a fun character.
Yeah, he's, by virtue of his kit, I think there's not much you can do for that. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah. All right.
The most important part of the entire video.
The newest character to our roster here. Mayor Dabi. Now the real question is, I think a lot of people have been complaining about this man and the tracking on his beta is too much. He does way too much damage when he has his gamma active with the beta. But I'm gonna be
response to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. My response is just shoot him out of the air.
Or better yet, stop pressing buttons.
Stop pressing buttons.
Facts.
Or just punch him. He literally doesn't have armor on it. You can just melee him and he will get punched.
Listen, man, no one can do that with Deku.
Yo, Akaru, it's so funny you said that. I was just talking to Luck about that shit where like, freaking the Dabi versus Mirio matchup. If Mirio does beta and then Dabi ends up like dodging the beta and trying to go into his own beta to grab him, Mirio can just punch and it'll trade. Because it doesn't have armor. For some reason, people think it has armor.
It does not.
It doesn't. You're just being an ape.
It only has armor during the kick, and when he's actually doing the
like
grab.
after he's doing the grab, he has armor. Before then, nope.
Yep, you punch him out of the startup, and a lot of people don't realize that. It's unorthodox counterplay, but it's very simple. The solution is much simpler than it seems. But
yeah, I think he's a really good character, but like he is balanced, and he also has the weakness of burning himself to death, which is like it's not the craziest. He doesn't do that much damage, but like if he did that much damage, he would be useless because it's a fucking team game. Like,
yes, he's also the king of third party with his alphas. My dude, see the team fight, he just does damage to everyone with a single alpha. Like he can just spam those motherfuckers.
He does kind of struggle to finish it down, though.
It is true.
Absolutely. The best option that I have found typically is either having my alpha already maxed, and let's be honest, if you're playing Red Dabi, you're not maxing alpha first. You know you're not.
Absolutely
Don't lie.
not.
Don't lie.
You max beta or gamma.
Yeah.
Alpha is your last move.
Yep. And honestly, my personal preference, I actually max gamma first before beta. As much as I love beta, I want the burnout and I want the big explosion at the end. But with that said, it's really weird because like if you take his entire kit and the most extremes, it seems like he's a character that should not actually be losing, but he loses more than you think he does. And also, knowledge check. If you don't tech and you just use your invuln frames,
use your freaking frames.
Even if you do tech, you don't press a button and you are still invincible.
Yeah, we're talking to you, rapid players. But yes.
Get out here with a call-out post on his twitter.com. Come on.
Look, you know what? I stay instigating, all right? I'm a professional instigator. And the thing is, you can't say that it's not true. It's always these rapid motherfuckers that got the most to say about it because they have low health, they press a button, and then they die again. And, I mean, I guess also Red Deku's too, but, like, if you're playing Red Deku, you deserve to die, so, like, don't worry about it. But nah, there's definitely counterplay to the things that he does, and as much as people hate the grab, it does make him a target. No matter how upset it makes anybody, you can still focus him down. I've learned to do that very early on. You see a grab, just punish him for it. Make it so every single grab that he does, he suffers for. Just squeeze him for everything he's worth.
If he grabs your teammate, he has effectively killed himself.
Yeah. It's...
I still remember when this character came out, I saw someone like complaining about how broken he was. They were playing Kendo, they're inside a tight space. All they did was try to play like by throwing alphas and whiffing. And I was like, you could have blocked his shit with a shield. You could have fucking clapped this man in the face, like on whiff. Like, there's so much you could have done. And they're just like, this character is broken. I couldn't have done anything. All they did was shoot alphas. I was like, oh my god.
But yeah, I think tier list wise, I think he's in the middle of A for sure. I don't think
he's very solid.
Yeah, he's too. His ceilings are way too high for him to be like even remotely B tier, but S tier is giving him way too much credit.
Oh, yes.
I know a lot of people might not like that decision, but it just
to those people, I have one thing to say. Get fucking good.
Bro. Oh, this isn't Souls.
What?
Have you seen how much people roll in this game? Are you sure it's not Souls?
Silence, frontal lobe, panic roll is talking.
Dude, I'm panicked as a purple Dabi main. The roll is my best evasive option.
It's your only evasive option. What do you
Exactly.
mean?
Goodness.
Bro, I'm playing Kirishima and I feel like I'm already playing Souls. I'm
Yeah.
just rolling all day until I can punch someone again.
The biggest knowledge check for Spicy Dabi is just stop mashing.
Yeah, just be calm. You have invuln for a reason. Use it. Like you don't.
Come on.
Don't rush.
Imagine you're playing a fighting game and you're in the corner. If you keep mashing, you're just gonna get hit.
There you go. And that's. And I use that to people all the time. Like I tell them that comparison that if you have to think of this game as like a fighting game in certain ways, you have invuln for a reason. Like stop pretending that it doesn't exist. Just
Nah,
acknowledge it.
I'd mash melee, knowledge check him. Fucking just beat his ass.
If you're someone like Momo, absolutely. Just mash your freaking alpha. What's he gonna do? Grab you again? No.
No, he can't
Yeah,
take close to you
yeah.
anymore. If Momo's looking at you, you can't play the game.
But just saying, I hate that character for a reason. But I mean,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, basically that. Like, yeah, it's. I don't know. I feel like a lot of problems in this game, like as like a general statement, could be avoided if people would just realize you don't always have to mash your brains out. There is a time to mash, and then there is a time to not mash. Problem is, and y'all know this, everybody likes mashing. I like mashing, but even I know it's not always a good idea.
All right.
Shut up.
So this is the final look for the tier list. Anyone want to move anybody? I don't think we need to move anyone. I think it's good as it is. Like,
I'm tempted to move Toga a little bit down.
okay.
I'd say move her up if anything.
I like this.
My argument is she has to work so much harder than other characters to get similar value.
She's like Mirio on the workload, but if she got like way more benefit from working.
Yeah,
All right.
I can see that.
I'm gonna move
I
her.
would say below Assault Deku.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Damn, all our mains together, except I made the purple one.
Trying to think. I don't disagree, but I hate that Mirio is in the same tier as Todoroki. It pisses me off so much. I hate that shit, bro. I don't like it. Oh,
Bro, I love playing Mirio, but like I cannot say he's good.
I know it hurts me to admit that y'all are right, but like I don't have an argument. I don't. I just hate that it's with Todoroki. It's just something about him that just offends me.
You're still hurt
Also-
by season 1 Todoroki.
I'm not really that I'm hurt by him. It's more I'm just like, it's just wild to me that the flaws that Mirio has and then the flaws that Todoroki has, they are so fundamentally extremely different, and yet they're both in C tier. It's crazy how different they are, and yet their overall effectiveness is like, it's similar. It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. It's like one dude took a back road, one dude took a highway, and they still ended up at the same spot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how this happens,
That's
but
correct.
Mirio's too committal. Todoroki doesn't like to look up.
yo, facts.
What can you do?
He got a blockhead for sure.
For sure, for sure.
I don't really know what I would change about this. I'm still shocked about like Kendo. Not that I disagree. I'm more just like, wow, I really thought this character sucked, and oh, apparently she's a demon.
She sucked
Listen.
until people figured out how to play her.
There's only like 3 good Kendo players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts to me.
And they will kill you.
Yeah, I can't say I necessarily disagree with anything. I mean, I definitely learned a lot from you guys explaining quite a few things in here. Like, I didn't know Twice was built like that. I knew he was stupid because of the clones, but I didn't know he was just a demon
Twice
out
is
of
probably
it.
the most annoying character to fight in the game.
Yes.
Fair
You
enough.
cannot play. Remember what it was like to lose to Volley?
Oh god, I mean,
That's basically it.
Imagine that, except Volley didn't kill you until like 30 seconds later.
that,
Yeah,
that's
but it felt good for 30 seconds doing it, so you know what? I can't hate.
yeah. I've definitely noticed. I don't know if I'm crazy for this, but I noticed that pairing often is like Twice in Endeavor. I Not sure if this is just something that people do on purpose, but I know I would just fight an Endeavor in a twice. I'd get stunned one time, and then I'm just not moving, and oh, well, guess I'm
There
dead.
goes your HP because Endeavor just keeps you alive. Yep, that's
Yep.
correct.
Yeah.
Twice is the easiest stagger / stun in the game, and the easiest to land.
Yeah.
So people are ready; they just destroy you.
Yep, I got no problem. Otherwise, I'm more just like, wow, I'm just surprised by some of these choices, and like, wow, I genuinely did learn more than I was expecting.
It's good.
Yeah.
And I hope you, viewer, got to learn more as well. Like and subscribe, please.
But hold on. And look, you don't have to include this in the video, but while we were doing this tier list, I stumbled across a random other tier list for the same season, and I want y'all's thoughts on it.
Oh God, what is it?
Put it in the chat.
Oh, Brock is malding right now.
Bam.
Brock about to find somebody.
Goodness gracious.
No. How to tell someone doesn't play Toga.
Here we go. Here's what it looks like. Wait, image is no longer available. Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. Very different from what we said. That's why I
Very-
was like, hold
very
on.
different.
Yo, Genki and Nah, that's
They said Denki is trash.
Nah, there's no way.
How
You
did
ain't
they
called him
put
up to
Strike Deku in A and not the top of X? What are they doing? This
Bro,
must,
said AllMight is S tier? Is
This
this motherfucker
must
playing
be-
in season 1?
this
Like,
must be a console tier list because Endeavor's up there.
That's the only thing I can think. Also,
If
every
it's
rapid is
console,
in
it makes sense why freaking Toga's up there.
Yeah.
Console struggles with her beta.
But yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
found it while we were playing, and I was like, this is a little bit different than what we said.
Also, both the
could-
Bakus being right next to each other again.
You know, it
Oh, yeah.
fits.
Yep. Yo, some things never change,
Some
bro.
things
Some
never
things
change.
never change.
Real recognizes real.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
But yes, this is the PC tier list in our humble onions. And I don't know if you guys still want to do another. This took like nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, and I gotta bounce in just a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
want to like bail off right away.
Yeah,
So
no.
this has actually been really fun.
Freaking Skashi's kidnapping me too.
Yeah, you know, that's fair.
Hey.
Yeah, so
That's
we can
fair.
do this another time for
Yeah,
sure.
no.
We can do like a funny tier list.
That's yeah, we can do that another time. But yeah, thank you.
I loved your guys' reactions to me saying Toga is C.
Listen, Toga
I appreciate-
never
To be honest, that's just entirely because I am salty for losing games and my Gamma decides not to work.
Yeah,
Listen,
I appreciate the fact that you're a good sport about me being a whole ass hater when it comes to Toga. Like I stay
No,
hating,
dude,
but
I
hate, bro.
absolutely freaking get it. People hate when she just uses beta.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, not even just that, but
Anyway.
just everything else.
anyway, remove this
Yeah.
character from the game. Remove this
Word.
character from the game. Remove
Word.
this character from the game. Remove this character from the game.
Baku.
What did Red Bakugo do?
Listen, Akaru hates
You
him.
can't-
I hate all of
Him.
Bakugos.
I'm about to say you got to put the other Bakugo too. Those are like those are
Am I-
pairing, bro.
those
That's
are
salt and pepper,
brothers.
dog.
These are conjoined twins.
Yes, exactly.
Remove Toga from the game until she starts working again.
Alright, okay. There we go. Who else we're removing?
That the character
bro.
from Dark
Can we,
Romance.
okay, can we like lovingly remove Kirishima to like rework him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remove him from the game, but lovingly.
Hot fix tier is definitely Kirishima.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the video. Goodbye, everybody. You can say goodbye too.
No.
Oh.
It's not my video, it's yours.
Later, YouTube.
I'd like to thank my YouTube members for their support. A very big thank you to Reflected Prince. I'm still a growing channel and any help is very much appreciated. Goodbye, everyone.